I offered to stay with my sister-in-law to help with her kids while her husband was out of the country for work. 3 days later, she started hiding my shoes because she didn't like that I went on a 30-minute walk every day. That's when I decided I was done. So to clarify first, she's my sister-in-law, not my sister. She has 3 little kids, and her husband, who is my stepbrother, had to leave the country for work for a few months. Since she would be handling everything alone, I offered to stay with her for a while to help with the kids and anything else she needed. She happily accepted. I live across town, so it wasn't a huge inconvenience. Everything was fine for the first few days, but on the third day she started commenting on something I do every day: my walks. Since October of 2018, I've taken a daily walk of at least 1 mile. I do it no matter what. If I'm sick, if it's cold, if the weather is bad, I still go. On nice days, I'll even walk 4 miles. While staying at her house, I found a nearby path that was about 2 miles long, so I started using that. One day she noticed and asked about it. I told her about my daily walk habit and even offered to watch the kids so she could get some exercise too if she wanted. But she just scoffed and said she was too busy, then added, "Must be nice." I was confused because I was literally there to help her. But after that, the comments kept coming. She started trying to poke holes in my routine. She'd say things like, "Are you sure it's really every day?" Or, "What if you broke your foot? Would you get anxious if you couldn't walk?" The questions were weird, but I mostly ignored them. Then one morning I couldn't find my shoes. I looked all over the house but couldn't find them anywhere. About an hour later, my sister-in-law woke up and came into the kitchen where I was eating breakfast with the kids. I asked if she had seen my shoes. She told me to check by the back door. When I came back inside, she pointed at them sitting right by the door and said, "I must have just missed them." I didn't think it was funny, but I went on my walk anyway. When I got back, she looked annoyed. Then she told me she thought I needed to see a therapist because my daily walks sounded like an unhealthy obsession. I told her I actually do have a therapist. She responded by saying I clearly needed a new one because this one wasn't helping. At that point, I finally asked her directly, "Why does it bother you so much that I take a walk?" Her answer surprised me. She said I was supposed to be there helping with the kids, but instead I was disappearing for hours. I told her my walks take about 30 minutes, and I only go while the kids are resting or doing quiet activities. The conversation ended there, but things got worse the next morning. My shoes were gone again. This time I didn't bother searching the house. I just said forget it, packed my bags, and left. While I was driving home, she called me and said I was overreacting and being childish. Then she added that this kind of behavior was probably the reason I was single and alone. That's when I told her I wasn't going to play these kinds of games. I said I would still pick up the girls from school and stay with them until she got home from work, because that's what I promised to help with. But everything else, she could figure it out on her own. So now I'm wondering, was I wrong for leaving after she kept hiding my shoes and criticizing me over something as simple as taking a daily walk?